how does the Empire of Evil or archons able to operate and create hell realms? Should we stop them with the snap of fingers using will and intention? Okay, so there's a few questions in this. How can they operate and create hell realms? It's basically pretty simple. They cannot create stuff. They cannot imagine. Like, they can use their technology to make stuff, but most of the time, what they're trying to do, and like with this new reptilian group I was talking about, like the White Ash Clan, they abduct beings like us, you, me, and everyone else who is a creator being, who can imagine stuff and create stuff. And what they do is, like, they try to turn us, like, unconscious. They try to, let's say, hypnotize us. You know, like how when hypnotize people, you know, you get a command like bark like a dog or like a monkey, and you do that stuff, and boom, they're like, wake up. And you're like, why is everyone laughing at me? Like, what just happened and stuff? You know, you react that way, but you can't remember anything that happened. And so same way, they sort of like hypnotize us, and we can like be completely under their command, obeying their every order, and we are the greater godlike beings under their control, doing whatever they tell us to do. And they're like, okay, create this realm with this, and they're gonna tell us rules and stuff, and we're just gonna manifest it right in front of them, and you're like, okay, done with you, bye now. And we're like, wake up and like, what just happened? I just woke up this morning feeling like shit, ugh. And you feel knocked out and stuff, but the whole night you were creating this like weird ass place that's gonna like trap people and stuff. So they use beings like us to create this stuff, but at the same time, let's remember that archons and this like Empire of Evil and all these bad beings, not all of them are simply machines or beings without abilities to create. Some of them are beings like you and me, completely conscious. It's just consciousness who can identify with any kind of body, who can identify with anything, get any kind of shape and form, and they choose to play not a role as a human being on Earth, but as a consciousness creator and just seeing what happens. And they're basically like a godlike being who are able to create realms. And basically it's consciousness choosing a role like, what happens if I create a war here? What happens if I destroy beings? And this consciousness is not turning evil. It is just experiencing things, trying to find out stuff. And so consciousness ends up creating these realms and planets and planes that are like hell-like, or like the lower astral planes and stuff like that. And there's like infinite creations. For example, we talk about third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension, and traveling out there, but no one's talking about the in-between stuff. And the thing with the dimensions and stuff, realms, is kind of like tuning the channel. Like, you know, you're on the radio channel, you're going 104.6, and then 104.666678910, like never-ending numbers, right? And each number will be a different realm, a different dimension. So every being can create tons of these like realms that can be either good or bad, and this way they can limit us and like just create a place where we might be teleported or spawned when we get out of body, or like when we wake up in this dream state and all of a sudden we get messed with, we wake up like, oh shit. So that might be harsh. So like, this is how, from my experience and opinion, they're able to operate and create these places. And then, to answer another question, shouldn't we just stop them with snap of the fingers? Yes, we should. If there are places that you see that are limiting others and it's like really not good, you can fight. But then we have to remember that just like there's like, let's say 7 billion people on Earth, and some of them are trying to fight a good fight and like getting out of body and doing something good, there are the same amount and even more of the people who are going to be like, what happens if I try to trap them? Because, for example, there are people even in this community that I work with. I have all kinds of clients. I have clients that have been victims of rape. I have clients that have been victims of, you know, abuse and stuff. But I have clients who are the ex-murderers, who are into hypnotizing girls and raping them, who are into scamming people, all kinds of stuff. I have all kinds of clients. And shouldn't I stop them? Shouldn't I stop helping them and stuff like that? Here's the thing. So like, there's variation of how we deal with people, but for those we see the need and stuff, like for example, like all these realms where people get trapped, okay, we try to remove them. But there are the same amount of people who are going to be like, I want to see what happens when I trap people. I know people like, there was like really popular guy, I don't want to mention his name, but basically gets out of body every single night, has abilities to create realms and like is really skilled. And a thing he wants to do is get out of body and scare other people. Scare them, mess with them, play with their things in their house, like kind of like gaslight them and stuff, because it's fun, because it's entertaining to see people scared. So some people want to help, some people want to get rid of these dark realms, some people want to fuck with others. So there's variations, and if we can help, great. But there's the same amount of people and beings. It's not just humans trying to do that stuff. It's just like plenty of others trying to mess with others. So just saying.